Well, good morning. It's going back to work. And no one likes going to work besides about a quarter of this country. That's about the number. 75-80% of the country doesn't like or hates their job. Last time I looked it up. I say 75 to be optimistic. I just want to talk about a wonderful statement from MLK. Martin Luther King Jr. It's always the always the right time to do what's right. Yeah, it's always the right time to do what's right. And that statement he made is very easily said, very kind of just like, okay, cool. But damn, it's so simple, it's so powerful though. It's so simple, so direct. You don't have to be like a expert and, super smart to understand the, read in between the lines bullshit. Nope. It's always the right time to do what's right. I want to talk about that. Life is fucking hard. Especially for the 80% of us that live paycheck to paycheck in the United States of America. Especially for the 34, 35 million people without health insurance. Especially for the half the country that can't afford a $400 emergency. 63% of the country that can't afford a $1,000 emergency. It's outrageous, It's outrageous. It's always the right time to do what's right. No matter if it's popular. That's why, no matter what it is, no matter if you're a woman and you want to speak up about the hashtag #MeToo movement, your own personal story. You're a veteran. You want to talk about how these endless wars are just killing veterans and killing active duty, literally, and just accumulation of stuff is killing them, killing the person who they really are. You want to talk about corporate takeover over lives, political and economic. That's such a strong level because these institutions, these corporations, this money power, this strong Wall Street kind of wall of authority, of power. Talk about that and fight back against that. That's important, Talk about local problems, talk about state problems, talk about national problems, talk about international problems, talk about war, talk about endless war, talk about greed and corruption at any type of institution, is government or private. Talk about, social issues and talk about family issues, talk about your personal issues. That people can relate to, obviously, because, a lot of our problems are extremely common. A lot of what I go through, millions upon millions upon millions of people around the world go through. The working, the barely getting by, the getting caught up a little bit, and all of a sudden something a little bit happens, It's always that race towards trying to catch up. Right now in my life, everything seems to be okay. My girlfriend and I are right. But that's just right now. We got kids. Like I said, my story is very much relatable to the rest of the fucking world. And how people demonize and dehumanize people from other countries they don't see. They don't know the culture, the religion, their personal stories, who they are, what they're about. Never been to that region of the world, never been close, never been out of the state, never been out of the county, at least the district they live in, whatever. And then they say the other, they are so, not to be too mean, but ignorant on other people's lives and all that. It's the other, it's different, it's far away, it's, whatever. This lazy thinking. It's kind of borderline bigoted thinking. That's why to be nice. It's ignorant, but for me, it's borderline bigoted. Because I like to tell people that actually want to listen to me when I'm talking in person. My life, my needs, my wants are not that much different from a person in Yemen. Not that much different than a person in Nigeria. Not that much different than a person from, Argentina. Or China. You just want to be able to live. You want to be able to take care of your family. You want to be able to enjoy life. You want to be able to experience life, not just be. There's a difference between you're alive and you're living. You alive. We all alive. Yep. Blood circulating, heart's beating, you breathing, brains clicking and clacking, all that. Neurons. I'm not brain surgeon. I got no idea what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to brains being away. But then living. Actually living. You go places, you do things, you experience stuff, you go out to eat, you go watch movies, you have movies in, you go outside, do little things here and there with the kids or friends and family. You enjoy shit, you do shit. Shit you might be able to maybe one day go to a different country. It would be awesome to be able to go to Europe. That's what I want to do. Travel Europe one day. That would be just fantastic. That would be just mind-blowing happy to do that. Because I would eat all the food and probably never come back. Because even their conservatives are like, yeah, healthcare's right. But the reason I talk about all that is because it's politically and economically, but everything's political, is that it's always the right time to do what's right. For you individually, socially, politically, economically, you just got to do what's right for you, your family, your kids, extended family. Politically speaking, yeah, you got to fight back. Little by little. You got to vote. Even if you disagree with progressives, you disagree with Bernie, disagree with Tulsi Gabbard, you disagree with internationally with Jeremy Corbyn, disagree with any other leftist people out there, the Socialist Party, the Green Party, the Social Democrats. They're kind of milquetoast. They're kind of between the just Democrats and the Socialist Party. International, they're just like milquetoast, people. They're like kind of agree with Democrats and stuff, agree with socialists in between. And I would love to have this USA be, a strong, vibrant social democracy, but we're not. We're democracies. You actually look at it on paper and look at policies and where they align with the public opinion and private opinion, meaning overall public opinion, which is the population, and then also go private opinion, meaning like corporations and all that. And then the few, you go to the rich, the top 5%, especially the top 1%. Usually the money interests, our public policies fall in line unless it's socially. Usually it opens up to the people, but economically, it's what they want. Yale did a study. Was it Princeton study or Yale? I forgot. It was like 2014, 15. Did a study. The vast majority of the time, I forgot the percentages. That our policies aligned with the money interests, the corporations, or their corporations, obviously. It's always the right time to do what's right. Remember that. MLK was right then, back in the 60s, and he's more right now than he's ever been. He's been gone for a long, long time. But I think I'm a white guy that looks up to a lot of people like Gandhi, a person of color. He's so damn right. Nelson Mandela, MLK, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali. Yes, and of course there was white people. Of course there was white people that did shit that was good. But I have to say, the reason why there's a lot of people of color you can look to that have been right visionaries, as Dr. Cornel West will say, it's because it's that scientific statement of how diamonds are created. They're created with so much pressure. There is so much pressure in the earth that was it coal? God, I wish I remembered. I think it's coal, right? Someone tell me, I'm going to look that up. But diamonds are created by, extreme amount of pressure. And then all this rough and pressure and all that, just stress. And then comes out this beautiful thing. This is called a diamond, right? And then, people around the world, especially Western countries, look at it and go, okay, well, I need to spend, $250,000 on this multi-carat, 50-carat whatever ring or necklace or whatever. And that's my point about that, is that, when you come up through life, when you got so much pressure, stress, and vulnerabilities, and structure in our economic and social life is not built for the many. It's built for a certain class of people, a certain sector of people, and that's it. And you're left behind because of the racist, Jim Crow, segregation, bullshit, backwards, immoral, unethical, wrong system, socially and economically and politically. Then you're going to fight back. Some will fight back physically, some will fight back peacefully, some will fight back through education, become Thurgood Marshall, And that's another guy right there. That's one guy that's not spoken enough. Like, people don't speak about him enough. Like, goodness gracious, what he did in his time was something that everyone should learn about. Like, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Like, if you were white and you became Supreme Court Justice, that's impressive. That's impressive. But he was black and became Supreme Court Justice in the era, like, that's just, couldn't imagine. That's just amazing. That's just amazing. Because I'm not saying nothing against, like, oh wow, I'm surprised because he's black. No, I'm surprised because the system was built against him. He was born going, here's a fucking back seat. Now, good luck. Here's used shit. Good luck. You don't get the brand new shit. You don't get all this. Socially, no, you're behind. No, white person goes first. And he said, okay, cool. You know what? I'm going to fight that system within the system. And he did. And goodness gracious, he succeeded on a personal level and a historic level. That dude was something amazing. But anyway, time and time again, for hundreds of years, there's been people of color, all color, that have been doing what MLK said back in the 50s and 60s. It's always time to do what's right. It's always the right time to do what's right. I always get that mixed up. And it's impressive. It is super duper impressive. Look back at these amazing people and go, God damn. Look what they did. They were setting the stage for the next generation. That's exactly what we're doing. Visionaries, hardworking people, men and women that were visionaries of their time, for their time, and beyond their time. It was amazing, you know. And as much as they were fighting for justice and on every single level of justice for their own people of all colors, of course, it was included, but especially people of color. No duh. It's just amazing, you know. You can look back, and I'm just like, damn, holy shit, you know. Now, some people will take that, and they use that against millennials, my generation, and go, well, what are you bitching about? Look what they did. You know, life's not. You got a smartphone. Everything's fine. No, bitch, it's not. It's not at all. Like, fine would be actually everything's fine, and we still fighting for equality. We still fighting in private prisons. We still fighting for that whole dollar for women. Okay, it's not fine. We have a lot of things we need to do. A vote this next 2020, local, state, and federal. Vote. Participate in protest, peaceful protest. Participate in gathering people for organizing local and state and federal. Chip in the people you want in Tulsa and Bernie, or local people. You know, do what you need to do, but it's always the right time to do what's right. Look around you, see what the problems are, and fight back in any way that you can. It's always the right time to do what's right. On every single level of what is justice, what is right, at work, in your life, politically, publicly, socially, individually. Lee is not a word. But anyway, I gotta go to work. Gotta go make that money. Money? Yeah, right. Got paid his work for that one dude on top. That 00000. I could show my badge if I get fired. Yeah. All right. Well, everyone be good. It's always the right time to do what's right. Not to go do what's wrong and go work. I don't mind working. I gotta do what I gotta do. I just wish I could do something that's a little more fun and interesting than human robots, so to speak. All right.